I'm like, oh, maybe they can make her into a better person. They can make her into a better person. I was testing my microphone, come on. What do you think I'm doing? Anyway, greetings ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to some more Monster. We are back, Monster episode 53 today. Previously on episode 52, I have written down Tenma. Tenma will keep fighting. Yes, Tenma. Tenma will keep fighting, even as he is locked up. It is what it is. We can only hope that his new lawyer will be able to do something for him. And even though it seems that, you know, this is a new character, maybe probably has nothing to do with anything, except he was listening to some sort of Over the Rainbow song, and then he was getting all like, for some reason. So I'm guessing maybe also brainwashing. Also makes sense because, and that kind of also falls in line with the fact that Roberto showed up, and because ultimately the new lawyer was like, hey, I have to go to my wife's birthing, the birth of my child. Send that guy that I was talking to, send him to talk to Tenma, right? And that guy turned out to be Roberto. So Roberto clearly has wiggled himself into another position of power somehow. And now the question is, does the lawyer also have something to do with Johan? I would imagine so. He probably is brainwashed to some degree. We also had Ava doing Ava things, being a bitch as usual, and we can only hope that, you know, she finally does something useful and maybe, I don't know, helps us catch Johan or kill Johan or whatever, right? Something Johan, and not be a completely useless drunk son of a bitch. In any case, let us just get into episode 53 of Monster.
I'm counting on them to tape Detective Forster, the crime drama on television right now.
Huh?
It's my favorite show. I'm addicted. The reruns are on at 10 on Tuesday mornings. Tune in, you might learn something.
No. The boss isn't happy with your sloppy work. Do you have any idea how much trouble you caused by screwing up and getting yourself caught?
Who the fuck is the boss?
You are a complete idiot. The boss still sent me here to be your legal counsel. So how about showing him a bit of gratitude?
Come on, who do you think you're kidding? You're here to keep an eye on me so I don't spill the beans, right?
I won't deny it. Listen up, Mills. I presume you are aware of what would happen if you were to say anything. Well, aren't you?
Who is this guy? We were introduced to him last episode, but...
So has my next job been decided? I'd kind of like to prepare for it.
What do you mean, next job? Given your present situation, you won't be getting out of prison anytime soon.
Yeah? How can you be so sure?
What?
Think about it. Did you forget who I am? I'm Gunter Milch, king of prison escapes.
Is that your real name?
So just stop.
I don't think that's even your real name.
If you follow the blueprint I'm drawing up and confess.
I may have to try it one more time while I'm still at this station jailhouse.
Try what?
Determination. Oh my god, he's doing it again?
Not just faking it again.
It is.
He's hard to
He
figure,
is.
But I did see blood in his vomit, and you can feel his body's really cold. Hey, don't throw up in the hallway. Doctor!
Some people were injured, so I need to get up there right away.
But Doc, this guy looks like he's gonna die at any moment.
You back again, Milch? Just put him on a bed over there. I'll take a look at him later.
What is he doing?
I've been thinking about what you said the other day. I need you to help me. I have to get out of here. I mean, the idea, you know, the
the idea that the Tenma is willing to literally break out of prison just so he can get out, still find Johann, and just kill him. You see a lot of anime and, shows of superheroes, right? Like My Hero Academia and like all those like bullshit shows where they talk about being heroes and like, blah, 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 right? But to me, a real hero is someone who is willing to sacrifice themselves for a world that they will never see. Or like they're willing to sacrifice for an outcome that they will not even they will not even see. They will never ever see. Someone who keeps fighting no matter what, even if they don't see that their actions did anything. They might know that their actions did something, but to them, it's not about seeing the outcome. A character that keeps fighting despite the losses to themselves or their loved ones, and they keep fighting until they know that they have completed their mission because their mission would save a lot of lives. Their mission would essentially, be like stopping the bad guy, right? I believe those are true heroes. People who are willing to sacrifice themselves and the things they care about for the greater good. And yeah, it would be nice if they could see the world that they created, but it's like they don't have to see it. That's not why they're doing it. They're not doing it so they can see the world that they created, the peaceful world that they created, but rather that other people can see that world. Not them. And that's the difference, right? Very much like Code Geass. Someone who does it without expecting to see the result, as long as they know that the result is good for others.
She heard 3 distinct gunshots, and she saw someone as well. It was him. Now we don't need people like her complicating things. We really don't you agree?
No, you can't. Forget it. It's not an option. Ava would never even think to testify about that. All she wants is to get back at me, to make me regret and suffer. She's mad that I left her. She wants me to spend the rest of my life behind bars for that. She'll...
Funny he says that. You didn't leave her. She left you, remember? I think they all have Alzheimer's or something. Like they've all forgotten how the show actually went. I'm pretty sure, unless I have Alzheimer's. It could be one or the other, but point is, I'm pretty sure she dumped him.
So that's why you need to take a little more time to consider my idea. She'll be out of the way once and for all. And you may not have to go to prison if she's not on the witness stand. This could be very good for both of us. Elimination is the winning choice, no matter how you look at it. I mean, what other options do you have? If you go to the police, they won't believe you, an accused murderer. What are you gonna do, tell Mr. Verdemon? I wouldn't. I mean, think about it. He could be one of us who really knows. We'll make sure you're found innocent. After all, that's what we brilliant defense...
That's a mistake. That's a mistake. Unless he's playing like fucking a triple bluff here, okay? Roberto made a mistake, 100%. Now, they're not gonna, the show won't go that deep into the whole Death Note side of things. But I think that's a mistake. Him saying that, oh, what are you gonna do? Tell this guy he could be one of us, for all you know? That's a mistake. If he was one of you, there's no way you would say that. Because you would want him, you would want Tenma to fall into that trap. There's no way you would present that idea. That, oh, maybe this guy is one of us. You wouldn't present that idea to someone who didn't present it themselves already. Like if Tenma had said, oh, maybe that guy's one of you, who knows? Then it's fine to say that. But Tenma didn't say anything about that. He's essentially wanting to make sure that Tenma doesn't go to that guy, which basically just indicates that, yeah, he's not one of ours. Unless he is, as I said, double bluff, or triple, double, quadruple bluffing, whatever.
Moved out of this place, you should have yourself a drink to celebrate. Because by that time, that miserable, stuck-up, loudmouth bitch will be long gone from this world. Never, ever to be seen again.
Dude, I agree with what he said in terms of, something stuck up, something bitch. But Killer, I mean, well, I mean, I have wished for her death at one point, I'm sure. But, do I think killing her is a good idea? From a story writing point of view, I want her to grow. I want her to become a better person. Now, they almost did that. They almost did that at that one point where she met that one guy and then was going to, like, kind of put her shit behind her and then actually, like, join that guy for, like, Christmas dinner or something. But unfortunately, the guy, like, got back together with his wife and then she was like, and then went back to drinking. But I think it is possible for them to just, I don't know, revitalize Ava and make her into a better person. But I mean, now if they were really good, if this show was really good, they would change Ava for the better and then kill her. It is what it is, right? That's just how my brain works. It's like the worst thing you can do to the audience emotionally, do that. Because that's the best thing. As long as your audience, your readers are emotionally invested and emotionally beaten up, it's great.
I want to escape.
Hey, get me out of here! I'm allergic! I can't sleep with this serial murderer next to me!
Button it, Milch. Quit all that squawking.
They'll be moving me out of this holding station in 5 days because I'm gonna confess. Then it's goodbye forever to serial murderers like you!
What's all the racket for, huh?
I think this guy is really he's really pulling the Joker out of his ass, right?
Just 5 more days to go.
I guess he was just giving information.
Night, from inside a building under construction, you heard 3 gunshots, and soon afterwards saw a young blonde man come hurrying down the stairs. Is that correct, Miss Heinemann?
That's right.
Listen, Miss Heinemann, if I called upon you, would you be willing to testify to this in open court?
I mean, I don't think this would work, right? She's too obviously connected to the guilty party, or the suspected guilty party, right? I mean, I don't think her testimony would do that much. I mean, you can probably call her, but like, if she even says yes, which is unlikely, but of course not. I want Tenma to die or suffer in prison. God damn it, Ava, fucking bitch. What are you laughing at, bro? Why are you such a bitch, bro? Why is she just such a bitch?
Tenma possibly want this late at night.
Would you kindly tell us what this is all about?
So what did you want to talk to us about, Dr. Tenma?
You know what they need? Funny how this goes, right? You know what they need? And I said this actually recently in my link click reaction, but they need a plan. I mean like a massive mega plan against Johan. Something that they don't show the audience until the plan is in motion.
Eisler Memorial Hospital, there was the director, Dr. Heinemann.
What's the plan here?
The chief of surgery, Dr. Oppenheim, and then Dr. Boyer as well. Along with one Adolf Junkers, who was a patient of mine at the time. It was me, I confess.
What's the plan here?
I did it. I killed every one of them.
What is the plan? He said something about 5 days. So what would happen if he confessed here? I don't know enough about, like, you know, law and, like, lawyer shit to put these things together. Or to predict things here.
The bottle fell over. The sandwiches were covered in dirt. That's when he smiled so sadly.
According to this announcement made by the police, murder suspect Kenzo Tenma confessed shortly before dawn. Up until now, he had relentlessly kept silent about all the charges against him. Now, in regard to the killing of the director of Eisler Memorial Hospital in Dusseldorf and 2 other doctors, as well as the murder of Adolf Junkers, he has admitted that he committed these crimes.
But that can't be.
Unfortunately, all these people are trying to, you know, prove his innocence, but to him it's like, I don't really care if I spend the rest of my life in prison as long as I get to kill Johann, right? And that's what makes him a fucking hero, in my opinion. Right? Someone who is willing to sacrifice everything for everyone else. Because I mean, it's not like he's gonna die. Like he could just be in prison, even if he gets proven innocent and he gets out and he just goes on with his life. It's like that's not. He would rather sacrifice himself to stop the bad guy from hurting any more people than live his life. I wouldn't say like in ignorance or unawares or anything, but like, you know, like he would rather sacrifice his good life and his future and everything to stop this guy. That's a heroic thing to do.
Maintained total silence about the charges, surprised authorities with his unexpected confession to the string of serial killings.
I want the truth! Hey, what the hell did you idiots do to Tenma? What method of torture did you subject him to in order to obtain that false confession, huh?
Please take your hand off me and calm down.
I am calm, damn it! Just take me to Dr.
I am calm!
I've already tried. He won't even see me, his own lawyer. It would appear that his confession was completely voluntary, without any coercion.
But that's impossible!
I did a little research.
It is possible. And that's the thing, right? A lot of these characters, I'm surprised, are so, like... I mean, I get they're emotional, but, like, use your brain. You know? Especially because there's someone like Johann going around, right? Who is very cunning, very, very, like... 17 steps ahead of you type of serial killer, right? Every time, and I mean this legitimately, every time that something weird happens, I would immediately start thinking about every possibility that I could think of. So now, Tenma confesses, seemingly voluntarily. You have to ask the question, and this is the most important question in the fucking world: why? Why? That is the question. Why would Tenma confess now? Why all of a sudden now? Why?
Then he proceeded to willingly admit his guilt.
Yeah, ask the question, why?
Actually suggesting his confession to the murders is genuine?
Well, his confession is, sure. That doesn't mean he's actually guilty. Then you ask the question, well, why would he confess?
How can I even begin to tell what he intended when he won't meet with me?
Mr. Verdemont,
it's called using your brain. You don't need to meet with him to start trying to figure things out.
Got to believe.
Unfortunately.
Dr. Tenma didn't commit murder. I still believe he's innocent.
Yeah, well, ask the question, why then?
Hello, this is Verdemont. Oh, Mr. Ball.
Listen, I'm sorry I wasn't able to be there, but some urgent business came up that couldn't wait. What can I say? I'm stunned. Here we are in the middle of an effort to prove his complete innocence, working hard to get them to drop all the charges they have against him. Then he breaks down and fully confesses. In that regard, your father was very admirable.
Come on, you can tell that something's off with this guy, right? Come on.
Do now to help out Tenma. Anyhow, that woman, the key person who could prove Dr. Tenma's innocence, what did you say her name was?
Oh, Ava Heinemann.
Right. And where is she now?
She's staying at a local hotel.
I'd certainly like to meet her and hear what she
That's...
has to say.
As much as I would love to say, like, why the fuck are you telling this guy everything? We understand that this guy pretty much trusts Roberto or whatever alias is going by. And that's unfortunately what makes it so annoying, right? Ah, God, why you gotta tell the bad guys everything?
Well, she can be a pretty difficult lady. I think for now I'll try meeting her.
My real question though is, how is Roberto keeping up all these like undercover personalities, right? Because like you have, if he's working with this guy, I mean, they have so many undercover personalities and like, you know, undercover positions.
Miss Heinemann, it's Fritz Verdemann. Could you open the door? I'd like to speak to you for a moment. Look, you might as well let me in. I know perfectly well you're in there drinking because the maid's been trying to get in all day to tidy up the place. Miss Heinemann, I fully understand that you have reasons to despise Dr. Tenma. Your father's death was a big loss.
She's not dead already, is she?
If your relationship with Tenma had continued, it would have helped heal the pain of that event and made your life easier. I'll tell you about my father. They sentenced him to 20 years for espionage and murder. For a very long time, I was called son of a spy. Fingers were pointed at me and I was shunned. My father's actions threw my life into turmoil. But all that stuff didn't really bother me. Would you like to know why? Would you like to know how I was able to endure and keep on fighting? It was because I believed. I truly believed.
This is like, it's a serious moment, right? But I can't help but think, what if she's not even in there? This dude's just talking to a door. Dude's just standing in the hallway talking to a door, bro. Oh my god.
My father is...
I mean, he doesn't even have any actual proof that she's in there, right? Like, he just said, oh, you know, the maids or whatever, you know, they haven't been able to get in the whole day. Maybe she left. Maybe she's not in there.
Innocent. My father is innocent. He was innocent.
Was he?
Was innocent.
Was he?
For me to represent someone, I must first believe they are truly innocent. Tenma has to be innocent, just like my father. Just like my father. You must believe it. You must believe.
Jesus, bro. If she is in there, she's definitely not opening the door now.
For my partner and myself. When you're ready to testify, please give us a call.
Oh, okay. I guess she was in there. Or Roberto was in there.
Why is he being rushed off?
That is standard police procedure after someone willingly confesses.
Well, can't we do something to delay
yeah, I thought that might be the case. Like, because he said 5 days, right? He has 5 days to maybe be maybe put on the same prisoner transport or something, or some, you know, with that other guy. So that's why he confessed, to be taken in the next like batch of prisoners or whatever, or something along those lines. I have no idea.
Mr. Verdemann?
The police have been trying to convince Dr. Tenma to meet with us, but so far they haven't had any luck. Is Miss Heinemann there by any chance?
I remember all these places. Nothing has changed. I despise this town.
You know what I feel like she's gonna end up getting into is like, she drinks so much to the point where she's like, the alcohol doesn't even affect her anymore. And she just completely like gets tired of drinking.
Oh, did you just get here?
I've been sitting here staring at you for the last 5 minutes.
Oh, sorry, but I've never seen anything more interesting than this book. Maybe
God,
like
she's
some
so...
kind of foreign cuisine. Italian might be good.
Even back then, she was so... fucking... she's so... someone just needs to tame her. You know, someone needs to take her, and I say this with the utmost respect, bend her over a table, okay? Literally, I'm saying this with the utmost respect to women, but god damn it, if I was a woman, and any women out there, I think you would do the same. Just goddamn bend her over a fucking table, do the thing, put some manners into her, amongst other things. You know, like Jesus Christ. God, I want to slap her so fucking bad. Oh, oh. Slap, slap, slap. I'm just practicing my man. I need to practice my backhand. You know, god damn it. I've never seen a character that just pisses me off like her. How can a character be so slappable? Part of me makes me think that she might be some sort of like tsundere or something. But I haven't seen the dare yet, so I mean, it is what it is.
Holding it down. I'm putting a rock on the edge of the blanket so it won't blow away in the wind.
And who would be having this lunch?
The two of us, of course. I made my favorite sandwiches. I hope you'll
God,
like them.
I'm surprised. Like, I'm surprised they even got to this point in their relationship. I would say literally any normal guy like Tenma would immediately say hell no after the first date. And the first date would not be a picnic. Which means this must be the second or third or something date. How did they even get here, bro? Like, just gonna have to say this. Tenma has some very, very weird tastes. Dude. She's such a bitch. Oh my god. Why is she such a bitch?
I'm afraid they're ruined.
Jesus Christ. I'm like, oh, maybe they can make her into a better person. They can make her into a better person. Is she gonna slap it out of his hand?
Thank you.
Tasty, huh?
Yeah, except I'm lactose intolerant, so I'm gonna slap you now, little child. Bang! So what's the plan? I mean, yeah, okay, they get into the same transport, but like, okay, then what? You're still, you know.
Oh, hello. This is Ava Heinemann. I'm having trouble reaching Mr. Vertimont. No one's answering his phone. That's why I'm calling you.
Right, now that she made the decision to potentially help him out, now Roberto comes and fucks her over, right?
Well, his wife just gave birth the other day, so he's probably at the hospital checking in on her. But he has told me about
Fucking Roberto. Fucking Roberto.
discuss anything you'd like with me.
Kind of wish she would recognize his voice.
What is that, may I ask?
Appearing in court to testify to Tenma's innocence.
Oh, I see. Well, we're very grateful to hear that. So, where are you staying at the moment?
God damn it. So where are you staying at the moment? Why are you asking that? I'm not gonna lie. A lot of these characters give out information out so easily when they know that someone like Johan is on the prowl. It's like one of those, you know, it's like the Death Note situation, right? If you know that there is someone who is super smart around somewhere, the last thing I would do is give my real name, give my address, give especially my location, right? Like I would never I would always try to communicate through phone or like something along those lines, like email or mail or something like that, right? I would never meet up with anyone in person. As smart as Johan is, like there's no way he can predict exactly where you are at all times, right? So it's like, you know?
I should be over to your hotel in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to talk too long. This video is already too long. It's yapped long enough. But, I mean, what's going to happen now? I mean, I suppose the only person who would know that Roberto is after Ava is Tenma. Unless they're doing the thing where this prisoner transport thing happened maybe like a couple of hours earlier or something. Right, but if this is happening all at the same time, which they kind of are making it seem like it is, there's only, I guess, a couple of minutes until Roberto gets to her, and the only person who knows that this is gonna happen is Tenma. So how the fuck, you know? Unless maybe Tenma got in touch with someone else and told. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Ava's kind of weird. I will say, like, she's, not in terms of personality, I mean, she's a fucking bitch, but I'm saying, like, I can't tell whether or not she's going to die. Like, she's so enigmatic. She's such a bitch, but at the same time, sometimes I feel like they want to, you know, they want to redeem her. Seeing her, you know, eat this sandwich and saying that it is good, right? it's like her growing. Right? Previously, she wouldn't even sit down on the grass or whatever. She's a fucking rich, pompous fucking asshole lady, right? But now she's just, you know, she's like willing to try, I guess. I don't know. And then, you know, saying that she wants to now testify for Tenma's innocence. They're kind of like trying to redeem her, kinda, you know, showing that there is some good in her. But at the same time, we haven't really had the turnaround yet of her character where she's truly, like, learned her lessons. My point is, right, she's been around for so long, but she hasn't done anything yet, right? Why would you have a character in your show for so long that has gotten quite a bit of screen time, but hasn't really done anything? Like, anything. She's basically just been a bitch, done nothing. I feel like killing her now is just a complete waste, right? And that's why I don't think she's gonna die. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed episode 53 of Monster. Things are getting spicy, but I guess we'll see next time in episode 54